Hey friends, hey family, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Crystal Blue, and I do not only Christian content with giving the word of the day, whatever the Holy Spirit leads me to speak on. I also do vlogs with my family, with my kids, things that we do, whether we go to the park or go to wherever. So if you like what you see today, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe. For those returning, welcome back. Hope you had a great weekend. I know I did. So today, Monday, July the 1st, it is July. So this year is getting away from here, as I've said before. I can't believe it's July. But yay, it's going to be a great month. So today I want to talk about guarding your heart. In Proverbs 4:23, it says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Isn't that the truth? It's it's more than true. I can vouch for this, and I'm sure as you can, when we have gotten upset or sad and our emotions, they just take over because our heart is just either crushed or broken or whatever it is. And we accidentally say the wrong thing or react in the wrong way. What this proverb is saying is guard your heart. You can't let your emotions run you, because if you do, you might do something or say something you're going to regret. Now, as you guys know, I spoke a week ago when I talked about emotions are a good thing. They're a good thing. You can have them. It's okay. But you need to take the time to process your emotions. I feel that this is what it's saying, because all your emotions, everything comes from your heart. So it's okay to cry. It's okay to be mad or sad, or it's okay to have the emotions, but it's what you do with those emotions. Remember how I talked about when Jesus was on earth, he felt all the feelings. He felt angry. He felt scared. He felt sad. He felt everything. But what was the one thing they said? He did all this, but he didn't sin. Unlike us humans, when we get mad or sad or one of those feelings, we accidentally say something or do something which could result in sin. That's the difference between us and Jesus. So what I'm saying today to you is it's okay to feel those feelings, but process them. Don't just do the first reaction that comes to your mind because your emotions are letting you, because sometimes that first reaction might be a knee jerk, it might be a wrong response. So I'm saying process it, think about it, say, you know what, maybe I should look before I leap, as the saying goes. Think about it, take some time to yourself, because what we don't want to do is say something that we can't take back or do something that we can't take back. So we need to examine our hearts and just think about it. And when I was, writing the notes to this, I thought about feelings. And I thought about a movie that I used to love to watch. The movie came out years ago. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but the movie is called ATL, and it stars rapper T.I. and several other people. But there's a part in the movie where T.I.'s character feels betrayed by his best friend because his friend knew something the whole time but did not tell him. So he feels betrayed, and he's like just really upset with his friend, and he's pretty much written him off and doesn't want anything to do with him because he's just mad. He's angry with him. And his uncle sits him down and he says, you know what? It's all about feelings. He said, but what you have to realize is what you feel and what's real. And that's probably like my favorite line in the whole movie, because the uncle is like dropping gems. He was like, it's what you feel and what's real. You can have all the kind of feelings you want in the world, but what's the reality of the situation? Are you mad because of what the person said? Or are you mad about how they said it? Or are you mad about what they said? That's why you need to take the time to process it and examine it and find out, are my feelings, obviously your feelings are valid, but let's process our feelings a little bit more, okay? And let's come to a better conclusion. Maybe you don't have to, write that person off. Maybe you have to sit back and think and examine yourself and say, okay, well, what was my part in the situation? Just sit back and take time. Guard your heart, examine your heart, think about it before you go off and say or do something that you're going to regret later on in life. And I love that quote. I absolutely love that quote from that movie. I was like, man, if more people thought about that, life, it's all about feelings. But what you have to do is figure out what's real and what you feel. What's the reality of the situation? And there's so many questions, once you're sitting down and taking that time to examine why you're feeling the way you're feeling, all kinds of questions can come up and all kinds of answers can come up. But hopefully, what you come to is a positive conclusion if you were about to do something that was going to garner a negative reaction. So, regardless of how we feel, we need to guard our hearts. We need to protect our hearts because, as I've told you before, and as you guys know, the power of life and death is in your tongue. You don't want to say, let alone do something that you can't take back. In 1 Peter 1 and 22, it states, now that you have purified yourselves by obeying the truth, so that you have sincere love for each other, love one another deeply from the heart. Love each other. Love one another. I know it's hard because I know we tick each other off. We make each other mad. But once you examine your heart, then you can sit back and say, you know what? It's not even that deep. Yeah, I'm upset, but once I realize the reality of the situation, I can still say I love my brother or my sister. So that's the way I interpret guard your heart because everything flows from that. I'm going to leave you guys with Psalms 139, verses 1 through 4. You have searched me, Lord, and you know me. You know when I sit and when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You discern my going out and my lying down. You are familiar with all my ways. Before a word is on my tongue, Lord, you know it completely. God knows. He knows your heart. So you need to guard it. I hope this blessed someone. I hope this touched someone. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.